there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther III, and man, what a year this has been. The end of March, I started my own journey with Dudes at Ringside, and I've talked to so many awesome wrestlers. But starting this December, right now, let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Taylor One Shot. Welcome.
Hey, how are you?
Awesome. So, if my internationally known fans, the Ringside crew, are not familiar with you, introduce yourself.
Okay, well, I am Taylor One Shot. I am based out of upstate New York, Troy, New York. I debuted in 2022 for World of Hurt Wrestling. Since then, I have wrestled in 11 promotions across 5 states, and I'm just kind of carving out my path and just starting to really find my stride out there.
Awesome. So, what made you jump into this awesome world of professional wrestling?
Well, I mean, it's something that I always wanted to do since I was a little kid, and I kind of went so far into my life not doing anything related to wrestling, and then I kind of accomplished like a really huge life milestone, and it kind of like opened my eyes that like I can kind of accomplish anything that I wanted to do, wanted to try, and so I always wanted to try this since I was a kid, and I don't know, everything kind of lined up. There was a school in my area. There was someone who I knew who was a good wrestler, and yeah, I wanted to do it, and here I am. I want to do it. I'm chasing my dreams.
Awesome. So, who trained you?
Oh, I was trained by Firework Fox Vineyard out of upstate New York as well.
Oh, she'll be right back. Taylor will be right back. So, oh, Taylor, you still there? Okay. So,
I am
Taylor,
here.
like, awesome. Welcome back, Taylor. See, everybody has problems with the internet these days. So,
It happens.
Taylor,
It's not great.
when you were trained by this person, so like, what kind of what kind of stuff did they tell you to put into your wrestling style?
I mean, not really telling me per se any one thing. Just kind of like you give you the basics, you give you the fundamentals, everything you kind of need to learn, all the tools to succeed, and then to kind of like find your move set, find your place out there, find your character. But they give you and instill within you the tools to be able to go out there on in the road and wrestle and I mean, granted, he helps me bounce notes and ideas for matches and stuff and critiques me still to this day. But it's really just about kind of giving you the fundamentals and the tools to be able to be.
Taylor will be right back.
Yeah.
So Taylor, like, I saw the video on your Instagram. So what's the story with you doing the Michinoku driver? Is that like a new thing you do, or is that like your
Oh
favorite move to
no,
use?
it's honestly something that I've kind of made like a staple move of mine. I always loved Taka Michinoku growing up. Me and my friends when he kind of busted on the scene in WWF.
Nope, Taylor will be right back.
A new style of wrestling, the Japanese style, and we loved the Michinoku driver. And then for me, it just kind of worked. It felt natural, and I call it the Bichinoku driver, just as my own little twist on it.
Awesome. I love Taka Michinoku when I was a kid. Evil. I love when he was part of with Funaki. So like,
Yes, I mean, see, I like that stuff too, but like, I liked when he was like when he first came in and he was like super serious, like, "Hey, I'm a great skilled Japanese wrestler, Taka Michinoku." I
yeah,
mean,
I
the
like that
character
stuff.
work was phenomenal too, but like I enjoyed like the wrestling behind it. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like the early Michinoku.
So when you go on the road and you're wrestling, like, do you go to a lot of the local restaurants to eat, or is it like do you pack your own food?
I mean, it depends. Honestly, when I go and I travel around a lot, sometimes I'll hit up a spot if they have something that interests me. If I have time, like before the show, after the ring setup or whatever. A lot of times after the show, you have kind of like limited options. It's normally
Taylor will be right back.
away. I'm going to like a Wawa's and getting kind of like whatever, or like begrudgingly going to a fast food restaurant or just kind of a snack to get me on the road. I do eat a pretty good diet normally, but coming home from shows, it's kind of whatever you can get, you know.
Yeah, I hear that a lot with wrestlers because me, where I live in Pennsylvania, like if there's no Sheets or Wawa in your area, you're screwed. Like
Yeah,
it's like finding a McDonald's that still has a full staff in the kitchen to get a good right Big Mac, or like going to Wawa and see maybe there's 3 or 4 guys still in the kitchen to make you a nice fat BLT, or like going to a deli that's not closed, or like bagels are already gone. Um,
totally.
so what is your normal like training regimen like the week of a show or
My
whatever?
normal training regimen, as far as like, I go to the gym twice a day, every day, like 5 days a week. Um, Once midday, I do cardio and core. At night, I do weights. When I was like, right now, I'm kind of like heavy focused on wrestling and like my physique and stuff like that. But like as far as training, when I was doing like aggressive training weekly, it was 3 days a week. It was Monday, Wednesday,
Mm.
4 or 5 hours, sometimes more. If people were willing to hang out and do more things and get in more reps, I was always typically down to stay. To just get in the reps, get in what anybody wanted to work on new stuff. I was down for it always.
Mm.
This is popping me in and out. I'm an in and
Yeah,
out
I know.
popper.
So Taylor, like, do you feel that like with you in wrestling, do you like wrestling round training and wrestling with men or women more? Is it like, or is it both? You
I
prefer
mean,
being
within training itself, like there's typically always going to be more guys no matter where you go. That's just the case with most women out there. I mean, and it's even the case
Yikes. Taylor will be right back.
either way. You kind of have to be equipped either way. Most people are trained to wrestle men because that's what we have available more so. Even with women's wrestling, there's like maybe 1 or 2 matches, and sometimes like the only match available is you to wrestle a man. So that happens, but I'm comfortable either way. I wrestle in the women's division, women's champion in New Jersey for a promotion named LTW, but I wrestle wet men sometimes in other promotions. Just really whatever competition is available.
That's always good because nowadays you go to promotions and their women's roster is like the girl that's been there for like 5 or 6 months. I'm adding a fifth, or a ton. There's 2 girls, women in the promotion, and then there's like girls that get brought in like Christina Marie or Danny Moe or people like that you know that were on Dark, and then there's these people like you, Miss One Shot, that are there for 5 or 6 months and they have the belt, but then they bring a girl in to say, "Oh, you're going to take on Izzy B today," and you're like, "Who?" And then they try to say, "We may lose the belt," and you're like, "May? Been here for 5 months? What are you
Yeah,
crazy?" Like that's tough. That's tough for you guys because if you're at a promotion for like 5 or 6 months and you have that belt and you defend it like Roman Reigns,
yeah.
and then you have this girl that's never been there before. What do you do? Do you like actually like go there? It is. Oh, you add that. Add in. Let's see that beautiful title. Oh
Well, for
yeah.
me, with this belt, okay. So I won it in New Jersey against Mother Endless LTW in August. Since then, they haven't ran any live shows, so I kind of took it upon myself with conjunction with the promoter, and I have defended it in Massachusetts against Big Juicy
What a big
successfully. Obviously, as you see, I am still champion. But and then there's other projects that I'm in the work, other challengers. I'm willing to take it other places if we can work it out with the promoter and the you know what I mean, like the LTW. Basically, I'm willing to travel with it, defend with it anywhere, have someone meet me somewhere else, run it in LTW down in Jersey. Um, I'm up for any challenges, any competitions, in any way we can work it out, especially if it increases opportunities for women's wrestling and for myself to travel around or to invite somebody in where I can wrestle them. So I have some opponents in mind, but yeah, no, I'm willing to go wherever.
awesome. Is there any like male or female wrestlers that have you been watching on the Instagram or Facebook that you really want to wrestle that you haven't had an opportunity to wrestle against yet?
Okay, so like last year around this time, there were two people who were big on my list on who I wanted to wrestle for sure. And you had even mentioned one of them because she's from the same area, a town or two over, but Christina Marie.
Mm.
I luckily got a chance to wrestle her 2 or 3 months ago in Albany. She beat me, but it was a good opportunity, a good learning experience. And then another one I wanted to work with was Adina Steele. And
Mm.
I didn't exactly get to work with her. She wrestled Tiara James at Dynasty. I disguised myself as and I hit her up in my swinging side slam, knocked her out, and kind of let her know that if you're going to come into my town, you can at least invite me in to be a part of the match, to maybe set something up down the road. So it's cool that that happened because those were two big people who I did want to wrestle. Going forward, I mean, there's a lot of names that I do want to wrestle. Danny Moe is one. She's a Mortal
Vicious Vicky.
Championships
I see
women
you fighting
champion
Vicious Vicky.
right now. I definitely want to fight Megan Bain, Riley Shepard. I mean, there's so many women. Colby Max. I mean, to sit here and to name them all, like I haven't like established like a full list right now because I've already like. It's cool that I got to wrestle the two names that I wanted to last year, or at least work with them. Wrestle the one. But no, there's definitely a lot of names that I do want to work with and wrestle.
Journey
Like
Burke is
maybe a
another
few.
name that you should definitely look up. She's a younger
Who's that?
wrestler. Yeah, Journey Burke.
Okay, no, I actually know her. She's on my. I'm friends with her on Facebook. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, she's really nice, really sweet.
Where is she
She's
based out of?
another. I think Pennsylvania, because here
Oh,
wrestling
cool.
a lot of like smaller wrestling promotions. There's one that wrestles a lot in Pennsylvania. Her name is Autumn Breeze.
Yep.
Yep, she does a
She's
lot of
down
the
in like 3W or
yeah
3AW or something like that.
3AW.
Yeah. I'm actually going to Pennsylvania next weekend for the very first time. I'm going down to American Excellence Wrestling, and I'm going to be wrestling Izzy McCoy down in
Yeah,
Hamburg.
love Izzy. Izzy's when you see Izzy as you're pinning her 1, 2, 3, whisper in your ear, Joe. Panther third says hi.
If I can remember, because my main focus is just going to be going down there, giving the fans and the veterans the best match they can get. But yeah, I'm definitely going for the victory. And
Yeah.
Izzy and everybody else is going to see who Taylor One Shot is and what I bring to the table as I make my Pennsylvania debut this weekend.
You definitely also have to put on a promotion that you should definitely come to. It's an awesome promotion based out of Slatington, PA. They're called PPW, and they're always live
Oh,
on Fight.
totally.
Yes, PPW has their women's roster now is kind of, as I said, 3 or 4 ladies that are there all the time in Tumbleweed. So,
Okay.
like, yeah, they have
Yeah, I
women's
don't know
wrestling.
exactly what went on there. What I just remember they were like, I don't know. It seemed like they were popping off and then they rested or something for a little bit. I don't know the
Yeah,
stories or the back. Like I'm not in Pennsylvania enough. I know my trainer worked there a bunch, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know politics like that. I'm still relatively
they're
new
my
to the whole.
people. I've been going to the shows. I've been to like 4 shows, so like they're good people to me.
That's
Well,
awesome. I mean, that's what I look forward to is good working with good people, good promotions. Um, I like to make my own opinion on things. I mean, I read the room in any situation.
yeah.
Again, I don't know anything about them, so I can't make any like comment.
Well,
So.
if my fans would like to follow you, if my fans would like to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
Oh, I'm like at Taylor One Shot everywhere. It's typically Taylor and then the word one and the word shot. Pretty straightforward. I don't need like any extra little numbers. Taylor One Shot anywhere. Facebook, Instagram, X now,
Okay. If my
YouTube.
fans would like to, if you have any merch before we go, how can my fans find it?
Oh, the best way to get it currently is probably to just go to Pro Wrestling Tees and look up Taylor One Shot. I currently have 3 designs on there. A lot of them are like Power Ranger
Power Ranger? Yeah.
and in a lot of my presentation and my character. So it's in my merchandise as well.
Awesome. I want to thank you so much, Taylor, for coming on the podcast. It really means a lot to me, and you good luck in all your upcoming matches, and I wish you nothing but the best on your wrestling journey, and I hope to see you live coming to PPW or any local Pennsylvania promotion, even from New Jersey, because I usually go to ISPW also.
Oh, awesome.
Me.
Yeah, no, I look forward to working more throughout Pennsylvania and traveling around and working for ISPW. I'd love to work for them too. They're a great promotion, New York, New Jersey area. So yeah, thanks for having me too.
No problem. I'm Joe Panther the Third.
Taylor One Shot.
And we will catch you in the next one. Good night, everybody.